Guys, welcome to start of episode 3 of the Schalke Crew made in season 3, and kicking off the episode we're going to be taking off 5th place Eintracht Frankfurt here, and currently we're in 2nd place in the Bundesliga after an incredible last episode with the likes of Seshko joining us and Sosa. Obviously we saw Ronaldo for 97.5 million to Real Madrid and brought in Seshko to replace him. He's been absolutely incredible up front since joining us, scoring a bunch of goals for us in the first episode. But let's get into this game here up against Eintracht Frankfurt. I hope to get a start our episode off, but first of all don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, don't miss a video. Let's get into the game against Frankfurt and hopefully start the episode off with a win. Well, stopped by Vogt. Right, so now, what can Brun Larsen? What can Brun Larsen do here? Brun Larsen hits it from the edge of the box and it's blocked before keeper needed to make the save. It looked like a good attempt though. It's out here to Sumawa. Great, blocked by ID in there. Would have been handball if penalties were on for handball, but it gets a bit chaotic when you turn it on. You get so many penalties being given. Oh, that's annoying from Draxler giving the ball away. And Goetze shoots and Trap makes a save. Not really started this game off in the same form we started last episode. Oh, we were in last episode. So they have a player that's gone down injured, which obviously isn't great for them. There he goes, and now into Kalamawani lens. The challenge is not what I wanted, but Sosa's in there. Okay, Trap. Okay, can we get the ball out, please? Not sure what's going on there. I told players to go out multiple times, but none of them decided to do so. Seshko now. And here to Kraus. Kraus. Ah. Draxler. And here's to Salazar. Oh, the rainbow flick. But he's missed a shot. It's about deals with him there. Not sure what's going on with that defence there. Everyone's sort of out of position. But blocked by Soleil there. And now they're going to not score because Kevin Trapp makes a great save. That's some weird play from Frankfurt. It seemed like we should have been able to block like most of those passes, but Trapp with a great save there. Timo Horn is in net for Frankfurt, so it's two former goalkeepers up against their former teams. Obviously, Horn played for us before we swapped him for Kevin Trapp this season. Plus cash to persuade them to let him go. Now, Goetze, that's so annoying because that player who's offside is affecting play in this game. Now, in real life, it doesn't affect, you know what I mean? It won't be affecting people, but in FIFA, it does. You can see the defensive positioning. Okay, Vogt can't deal with Kalamawani. Well played in here, Soleil just about deals with it. How can we play it out? Just about can. Now Draxler. Sosa now, just inside. Get it into Salazar, who's already missed one big chance this episode. Can he score the second one? No, he can't because Horn makes a great save against us. That's Salazar from the corner. Can we find Seshko or Vogt? It's in towards Vogt, who wins the header, and Vogt is undeniable from those positions, and he makes it 1-1 here. Just before half time, back level. And yeah, Vogt has been absolutely incredible. Ever since we've took Ronaldo out from the team, he's back in that position, just ahead of the goalkeeper, because he can always win headers in this position. He might not always score them, but he can always win them. And it's a great header from Vogt, and we're at level in this game. Brun Larsen, love that from him. Great bit of physicality. Brun Larsen again now, Brun Larsen. Get the shot away to give us the lead just before half time. But Horn with a great save, but again, look at where we are. Not a penalty, a corner. But we need to whip it in towards the penalty spot to find the head of our captain. We can't this time. The shot comes there to Tom Kraus. Comes there to Jordan Larsen, who travelers it from range. Did this just happen? I thought when he took it on this foot, it was going to go wrong. I wanted it to curl, you know, from the outwards in. But Jordan Larsen has just scored an absolute Pushcast Award winning goal to give us the lead just for half time. Didn't expect that to go in.
Schalke with the advantage.
Taking up against Jacob and Larson now.
The better of his opponents.
Jacob and Larson in towards Seshko. And it's easy as that. A player like Seshko is as easy as that. A great bit of skill from Jacob and Larson to get round Boots, I believe it is. And then a great cross. And we scored 3 quick goals. 2 quick goals before half time and 1 goal just after half time. Give us a lead. And this is a great cross from Jacob and Larson and a great header from Seshko. Jacob and Larson now. Jacob and Larson. Jacob and Larson with a strike and he just put too much behind it and it's over the bar. Well, that should be the end of the game here. I'm going to win this header with Sosa. Jacob and Larson, what was that touch? I mean, he won the ball back, so we'll take it. Jacob and Larson. Oh, referee has a foul. I mean, actually, it's okay. I mean, I'm not sure why I'm like celebrating as if we need to get another goal like quickly. You know what I mean? Like we've won this game, but it would have been nice to get another shot away there. But it's a 3-1 victory, and what a game! What a performance that was as well. The second team here get a chance to show what they can do up against Bochum, who are down in 18th in the Bundesliga. So we're going to sim this one here. We should get a comfortable victory with this team. We get a 1-1 draw. Kierkegaard scoring the only goal for us, but how did we not get more out of that game? Okay, for the 5th game in the group stage here, we're going to sim this one up against Braga with our first team because we need to get a victory in this game. And with a victory, we could go actually into first place. We're going to get a 1-0 victory courtesy of Salazar grabbing the only goal of the game. Okay, for this game against third place Mission Gladbach here, we're going to play the highlights of this one up against them. As you can see, we're going to make a couple of changes to the team due to a cup game up against Eintracht Frankfurt taking place after this. We're going to bring a Krau into the team, we're going to bring Kaminski and Van den Berg due to some players being tired, like Soleil, Draxler and Jacob and Larson are not fully fit for this game. Let's get into this one up against Mission Gladbach, who I mentioned are in third place, so having a pretty good start to this season. And let's get a victory up against them to maintain our title charge this season. So the first out of the game here actually goes to Mission Gladbach, who are still a run here, 1-on-1 with one of our players. Not too sure what this defensive line is that we've been playing, but Sosa steps in there and gets the ball. Love to see that from him. And now we have an attack here in the 11th minute. See if we can capitalise on this. I'm hoping to see more from Kaminski. We haven't seen anything from him ever since bringing him in from Wolfsburg at the start of the season. One player who we have seen a lot from is Benjamin Seshko, obviously. The goal scoring machine. Benjamin Seshko now looking to grab one from range here. And I thought that was going in, but it goes slightly wide. Now we have another attack here, 1-on-1 though. With Jordan Larson on the ball. Jordan Larson, who possibly scored goal of the season already. Goal of the season. We're going to square it to Seshko, and that's an easy tap in for him. I was kind of aiming for Kaminski, but you know, Seshko will take it. I wanted to get Kaminski a goal, get him up and running in this team. I don't think he's actually scored yet for us. I'm going to check after the game and see if he has. He might have scored in a simulation with the second team, but I don't think I've scored with him in actual played games. But Mission Gladbach have a set on their own here. Nearly at half time, 32 minutes into the game. Rafa Mir. Oh no. Rafa Mir running down on goal. But Vought with a great last ditch challenge. Possibly a free kick you could have given from Van den Berg putting on the shirt. But luckily the referee didn't give that. I think in real life that would have been given as a free kick because Rafa Mir probably would have fell over as well. Kaminski. Can we utilise this pace there? The former Wolfsburg man. Making a charge here. Gets it over to Salazar. Into Jordan Larson, whose touch took it into Matt Target and not away from him, but we have a penalty to try and save here. 52nd minute. I believe it's Rafa Mir stepping up to take it, I'm not too sure. Up against Kevin Trapp. And Kevin Trapp makes the penalty save. Love to see that. And Gladbach having to take a few minutes later here in the 55th minute. So if we can defend this, the centre back is fully forward here. Clearly there for caution to the wind here with a former Man City defender. Oh, Cornet, has he got round hiding like that? No, it's actually Van den Berg who's got round, but Van den Berg recovers. Van den Berg is now 81 rated as a centre back. He's higher rated than Soleil, who's in our first team. So Vandenberg may be a candidate for a player that we either sell or bring into the first team again, depending on performances. Obviously Soleil has been pretty good for us, and with Vogt. And we get a 1-0 victory up against Gladbach, and let's go into our next game up against Frankfurt. Since we've already faced Frankfurt in this episode, I decided to stem this game in the Pokal up against them. As you can see, we actually ended up going through it on penalties, with Sechko, Salazar, Drexler and Brun Larsen scoring a decisive penalty for us. Let's get into the rest of the games in this episode and wrap up the Europa League with our next game. Or the group stage Europa League, I should say. Yeah, well, I sent this game up against Dusseldorf, who were down in 17th place with the second team. As you can see, Kaminski grabbed, how many goals did he get in the end? He grabbed a hat-trick. Good to see that for him, so maybe we're going to start seeing the best from Kaminski now with the hat-trick up against Dusseldorf, and let's get into the final group stage game of the Europa League up against Rosenborg. So as you can see, on the final group stage game, it actually comes down to us between Braga and Antwerp here, who will be facing Braga. So it's a quite a tight league table, table here. We're going to quick sim this game up against Rosenborg with the first team here. Considering they are bottom of the group, we should be able to easily beat them here. Because we've got a game against Dortmund after the game against Stuttgart. We're going to play in this episode, so we need the first team fully fit for that. We get a 3-1 victory with Larsen, Draxler and Vogt grabbing goals. I'd like to see that, and we're going to be through in first place in the Europa League. As you can see, I quit sim the game against Stuttgart here. We're down in 12th place and we picked up a 1-1 draw with them, which isn't a bad result, obviously. They're a fairly hard team to beat on their day. They're a pretty good team. But the Silva grabs a goal, also gets a yellow card before that as well, but we get a 1-1 draw, so we'll take it. Let's get into the game against Dortmund. Okay, well, as you can see, our next game is up against Dortmund, obviously the rivals of Schalke, and the team that we have actually surpassed in this Premier League, down in, I believe, 4th place in the league, or they're 4th or 5th place in the league. But as you can see, they've got a very interesting team. It's not a team that you'd expect to win the league, with Mavropanos playing right back, and French centre-back Koulibaly there. They signed a player called Giroto. I'm not too sure if they signed Alexandro. It's not a very inspiring Dortmund team, but you can see our team on the left here is unchanged. It's a team that's been performing absolutely incredible in the league. Let's get into the game against Dortmund, hopefully beat them again, as we have done in the previous 2 seasons. Oh no. I expected Dortmund to actually be a much better team in this scrum than they are, with some of the players they actually have at the start of the game. But unfortunately they've they're still okay. Why have you allowed Eliamy to be so open there? What was that? Vogt? It was Vogt or Soleil who just completely walked away from Eliamy and was left him completely open. I want to see that again. So we'll see here, somewhat like on Eliamy, and then here they just walk away and leave him completely open. Salazar plays it forward. Julian Draxler now. Julian Draxler. A great Salah run here. Julian Draxler plays it through. And Rodrigo Salazar scores. But Julian Draxler did that last episode with some great dribbling, rolling back the years. Obviously Draxler's one of the more experienced players in this team, being like 30 plus years old now, I believe, in the scrum mode. But Draxler there with some great dribbling there. Carried the ball forward and found a perfect passage. See, great dribbling there, gets inside, the space is opened, and then Salazar finds the finish. Salazar into Draxler. Draxler, who could be the main man in this game, is that out to Jacob and Larsen. Jacob and Larsen, can he bury it? Yes he can. He just put everything he has behind that, and Jacob and Larsen once again proves to Dortmund fans why they shouldn't have sold him, and proves to Schalke fans why I brought him in. I know some people watching the videos would have questioned why I brought Jacob and Larsen in when I did. Him not being a particularly young talent anymore, not having the greatest potential, but this is why I brought him in. He's a very underrated player in FIFA. And that's a great finish as well, power, nothing Cobble could do about that, and it's perfectly into the top corner. Kraus. So it's blocked by Koulibaly. We're going to get a free kick because of a handball. And we've got Julian Draxler who's on free kicks. I need to actually put him on free kicks normally. Julian Draxler now. Can he make it 3-1 here? Can he score a free kick? Julian Draxler from the free kick, and he does. Julian Draxler scores the free kick here. Maybe in this final season here for us. I think we're going to keep him around even after the season, but as in the first team. I think next season, depending on how much money we'll have next season, we'll replace him in the first team, because he's still a very good player. At centre mid, we found what he can do, and we're going to get to see the free kick in all its glory here. I'm not sure what they did with that wall. They took players away from it, which I think if they kept their players in the wall that they had, they might have stopped this. And it's a great free kick, and nothing Cobble can do about that. Seshko now.
How can he take them on and beat them?
Benjamin Seshko looking to just drive and get a shot away here. He does. And he scores. I'm not sure why Mavropanos didn't press him. I wanted Mavropanos to press me. I was like, I wanted him to press me so I could go around him, or at least try to. But instead, Mavropanos stepped off me. He allowed Seshko to line up the shot. You can see right here I'm thinking, press me. Press me so I can make the run. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to shoot. And Seshko with an absolutely incredible finish. Dortmund have made a mistake here. Jordan Larson now. Jordan Larson blocked by Alexandro, but we're going to keep going. We're not going to go take the free kick. The game's pretty much over. Well, the game is over. It's just a time needs to run out. And there we go. That's a 4-1 victory up against Dortmund. And we're just too good this season. Okay, next game is up against Hertha Berlin here. We're actually going to play the highlights of this one. It's the final game before the January transfer window, so I just want to use this team. And hopefully get a win up against them, because they are in 14th, so we should get a victory. So getting to this one. We're against a fairly decent team. They've got Schalke, they've got Stalo, they've got Swallow in there, obviously, former goalkeeper for us. They've got John Joe Kenny. They've got David Klaassen, San Moretti. We've also got Ruta up front, obviously, and Szymanski down the wing. Let's get into this game and hope we get a victory up against Hertha Berlin. Okay, so first highlight goes to Hertha Berlin here, 17 minutes in here. On a attack here, let's see if we can stop them here. If it's Santiago Simon on the ball, currently I believe there's an Argentine midfielder, Sesh right mid. This is Szymanski out on the ball. Is it into Ruta, and he's blocked by Vogt. And now Hertha Berlin actually have another attack straight away. Let's see if we can defend this one here. Simon again, plays it through to Ruta, but Saleh blocks him. Now we have an attack here in the 31st minute here. Oh, not 31st, 33rd minute. It's our first attack, is what I meant to say there. Now Julian Draxler. Okay, I was hoping Jacob Larson would have made a run, but apparently he didn't want to. That just... Okay, I mean, it's just far time we have a corner here. I feel like that pass should have worked out, but let's see if we can find Vogt on the header. I've got a weird thing about this game, I'm not going to lie, but we're going to work this one in. It's in towards the head of Vogt, and Vogt buries it. And a weird feeling is partially gone now, because I still don't trust this game. Yeah, I could be winning 8-0 and I still wouldn't trust the game. But Vogt grabs another goal from himself here. I want to see how many, I'm going to check after this game how many goals Vogt has. Yeah, we did have Schwaller in season 1 if I remember correctly. But yeah, attack here in the 60th minute here, we can get another goal here. I want to get as many goals against them as possible, obviously. So Seshko plays it here to Jacob Larson. Jacob Larson to bury it, and Swallow makes a save though. So it's actually got 5 in the Bundesliga, Vogt, this season, which is incredible. Okay, what was that? Okay, Seshko, how do you expect him to ever win that with that cross? And what was that touch? That, I'm not sure who that was out on a wing that touched that massive touch out of nowhere. But Moretti now, so the player that we used in the event as career mode, was a very good midfielder. Obviously we didn't get to see his full evolution because we only did 2 seasons, I believe. Or was it 3 seasons? I think it was only 2. But we get a 1-0 victory against Hertha Berlin, and I think that might be the final game of this episode. It might be a short episode, and I'll explain why after this game. Okay, so the reason why I'm actually going to end the episode here and do like a quick outro talking about possible things we could do, because we are actually going to have the January transfer window next episode. We have 50 million to spend in that window. We also have players that I would be willing to get rid of, or one player in particular. We're going to go to the squad hub and check out the player stats currently, so you show you how the players are performing at this point in the season. You can see Benjamin Seshko, 14 goal involvements in 14 games, that's incredible. Vogt with 6 goals in 17. As a centre back being our second highest scorer is actually incredible. Salazar's doing quite well, Jacob Larson's doing absolutely incredible as well. Kaminsky is actually doing quite well. And obviously Julian Draxler is having the season of his life here, with 10 goals and 10 assists and 3 goals and 16 appearances. But I'm just going to explain what I meant by players, a player that we could get rid of. A player that doesn't get game time, a player that's quite profitable is Krau. Is a player that ever since I started this career mode, I think I was instantly just not interested in him. Not sure why it was. I think it's because I didn't want to play a CDM in this team, because as you can see we don't use the CDM. Using 2 centre mids and a cam is what works for us. Technically we've got 2 cams. Obviously Draxler's been absolutely incredible as a centre mid ever since we moved him there. But yeah, I've seen Sengari linked in the comments below, but personally I don't think we need a CDM because we don't use one. I think they just get wasted on the bench. And it's a nice thing to have, but we do have Flick, who could be a CDM. Obviously, he used to play a CDM. We've got players that could actually step into CDM, like Gremmel. I think I'm going to loan out because he's not getting any game time. I could sell him actually, because he's not got any more game time. He's 23 now. Don't really need him anymore. I'm going to give a new contract to Brunner here because his contract is expiring. I was thinking about doing something with him, but we're going to keep him. He's a very good backup right back, obviously. We've got Kierkegaard, obviously. We've got De Silva, Meyer, who has actually lost his potential, unfortunately. Because obviously last season when we brought him in, we didn't get as much game time as he did the other seasons. And yeah, he lost his potential, which is unfortunate. I believe we've got a couple of players that are on loan who have potential still. But maybe, just maybe, we could. Like, we do have Paringa still, but obviously I want to keep Meyer because maybe if we can, I wanted to try and get back into the form that he was. I think I might convert into an actual striker and do something with that. But yeah, let me know who we should replace Krau with, because I actually am going to sell him. We have got 50 million to spend, so let me know anything else we could do with this team. I don't think I want to change anything about this first team right now, because obviously we're still developing this team. I think Drax is the only player that I think next season gets changed. And what we could actually do, is you guys in the comments below could tell me who to replace Krau with, and that player next season actually replaces Draxler in the team. So let me know if a centre mid we can bring in to replace him. Obviously one who's actually very similar to Drax as well, someone who's good at dribbling. Maybe has some height about them. I would prefer some height in midfield. We do have Kraus is obviously 6 foot, so he's pretty decent, but having Draxler being 6'1", 6'2", sorry, is actually incredible. Yeah, I'm going to stop waffling in the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications. Let me know in the comments below who I should replace Krau with. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.